Hi, I'm Ruthie Dahle and welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how I achieved this flawless makeup look, specifically the foundation, how to make it look flawless, how to make it look like you're wearing a filter on your face. And I know that makeup looks like makeup, but you can still make makeup look good. Like, makeup looks like makeup, but makeup can still look good. Now, before we jump into the video, I just want to apologize for not being here last week. I had something come up and I just couldn't get out of it, and I do apologize. And I just want to thank you for your patience and your kindness. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Before we start off with actually applying the makeup, I just want to say a big thank you to those that are subscribed to my channel and for those that have liked and commented on my videos. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for the support. I guess we can just do what we came here to do. So I will just zoom in so you can see my whole face better. I already moisturized my face and did my skincare. I think that is the most important thing for any flawless makeup. You need a clean base and you need a fresh base. So do your skincare beforehand, and I have let it dry a little bit so it's not funky fresh. That's a weird word. So it's not fresh, it's been a few minutes. But what I want to do first, and this is a step that doesn't, like, not everybody has to do it, but I have that kind of face and skin where makeup doesn't stick to my face. So I like to just go in with Smashbox 24-hour photo finish eyeshadow primer, and it looks like this. And the thing is, like, you don't need this specific one. Like, this is the one I found works best for me, but you can go for a cheaper one. Like, definitely do that if that's what you want. I have tried a few and I just like the packaging because it's a tube, you can squeeze out like almost everything. I will just put on, I will do this much. I will do about that much, and I'll just rub it between my fingers a little bit, and I will put it underneath my eyes, on my nose, on my chin, and on my eyebrows. That's my problem areas, I guess. And obviously I will put some on my eyelids as well. If I know I have like a blemish on my face, I will usually put eyeshadow primer on that area as well, just to make sure I am covered. Next, I will go in with the primer, and I will just use the W7's Prime Magic Camera Ready Face Primer, and it looks like this. And I'm just gonna use this on all of the other areas I didn't put the eyeshadow primer, and I use about that much. Rub it between my fingers. Now, I like to bring it down a little bit because I am going to be bringing my makeup down a little bit. Now, once I've done that, I just want to make sure that the primer sets for a little bit. It doesn't have to set for a long time. I just want to make sure it's a little tacky when I touch it, because that's when I know my foundation will sit the best. I'm going to be using L'Oreal's True Match foundation in the shade Ivory Rose, and it looks like this. Now, I absolutely love this foundation. It's a good price and it's not too much coverage. Like, it's a light coverage, and I don't think I need more. And I don't like more. I don't like a full face. I like a full face, but not a thick face, I guess. And I just use a sponge, and I put one pump only first time, and then I will just do two and a half pumps on my whole face in total. So, and then I just put that all over my face. And then I just blend it in, and I literally just dab it in. But then I take a sponge, just another sponge. It doesn't have any product on it. I just want to dab in. This one is more firm than the one before, and I just want to use it to dab in the makeup to make sure it gets into my skin. And then I have a paper towel here where I just squeeze out any excess, just because I'm gonna be using the sponge again. But for now, I'm just gonna be using a L'Oreal's True Match concealer in the shade Ivory Rose as well. I just use this one to kind of cover up the areas I feel I need just a little bit more coverage throughout the day. So for me, that's a little bit underneath the eyes. Nothing too much, nothing too crazy. A little bit on the forehead and my chin. I have a breakout right here, so I'm just gonna put a little extra there. And I always put more on my nose. I feel like my nose is the one place makeup doesn't stay on unless I do this. So also here is another place the makeup doesn't stay on unless I do extra layers. And then I'm gonna use a different sponge, but it's the same sponge but different than the one before. I just like to have a different for foundation and a different for concealer, but you can use the same, it doesn't matter. But I'm gonna use that and blend out the concealer. And then I'm just gonna use the same sponge as before and dab that all in, but I'm gonna avoid the eye area because I'm gonna do that right before I put the powder on. Now this is where I feel like it's crucial for me to make sure I don't have too many creases underneath my eyes. I have smile wrinkles, I love them. They're annoying sometimes, but I love them. But I'm gonna go ahead and use my setting powder now. So I'm just gonna be using Max Factor's Cream Puff Pressed Powder. And this is the shade Translucent, and it looks like this. I don't know if I showed you the concealer. The concealer looks like this, by the way. But yeah, and I'm gonna use a powder puff like this one, and I'm just gonna take a little bit of product on the edge, and what I'm gonna do is keep this, look up, and dab underneath my eye. And then make sure I don't move my eye or close it, and just put the powder underneath. I'm gonna do the same thing on my lid, and I always do like one eye at a time just so that I don't have creases either underneath my eye or above my eye. And then I keep my eye down and just apply the powder. And then I did the same on the other side. Now that that is done, I'm gonna still use the powder puff and basically put setting powder on the T-zone of my face, just because that's the place I need more powder. Now, you can use a brush for this if you don't need a lot of powder. I do. Now keep in mind that I don't scoop down a lot. I take a little bit at a time because you can always add more powder, but you can't take away the powder, if that makes sense. Now that my T-zone is covered, I'm just gonna use fluffy brush. It doesn't matter which one. This one is fluffy and soft, and I'm just gonna dip it in the powder and just take the rest of my face basically and cover it in powder. Now what I'm gonna be doing is take the brush from before that I used with the setting powder, and I'm just gonna be blending everything out quite nicely. So I'm only having my hand like this just to make sure I don't get my loose baby hair blended in. Okay, notice that I'm not doing anything underneath my eye. I'm not doing anything above my eye. I'm just doing my nose and my cheekbones because I'm gonna blend this out with the eyeshadow blender brush. Now I'm just gonna take a eyeshadow blender brush. This one is from Essence and it looks like this. And I'm just gonna blend out any harsh lines that might be here on my eyes and on my nose. I don't think I have any on my nose. Okay, so now I'm just gonna be doing my eyebrows and I'll be right back. Okay, so now that that is done, I am gonna be taking a clean brush, and it just happens to be an angled one, a little fluffy angle brush, and I'm gonna be looking up and I'm gonna stretch my face with my expression, and I'm gonna be wiping lightly and gently underneath my eye to make sure any excess powder is gone, or just to remove anything that drizzled down from me doing my eyebrows gets gone. So I'm just gonna be having the weirdest facial expression ever, but bear with me, it works. So and there I have it. So now I'm just gonna be taking my mascara on. I'm gonna do that off camera. Now I have done my eyebrows, I've done my mascara, I've done my lipstick, and usually I do my lipstick after I've done my highlighter, but I didn't want to go on and off camera all the time. So, but the next thing I'm gonna be doing, which is also important to making your face look flawless, and it's gonna look flawless throughout the day, is putting on highlighter. So I'm gonna be using Strobe of Genius Illuminating Palette by NYX. I'm gonna be using, I might as well show you which shade I'm gonna be using. So I'm gonna be using this one. It's just a champagne color, and it's like a medium champagne, I want to say, because I already finished the light champagne one. And I'm gonna take a fluffy brush like this one, and I'm just gonna take some on my brush and put it on top of my blush, but underneath my eye, kind of. And then I'm gonna put it right here, right before my jawline. I'm gonna be putting highlighter there just a little bit, and do the same on the other side. Now the next thing I'm gonna do is take a little bit just right here. You don't want it too close to the center, but you don't want it too far out as well. So you just need to find the balance. And I have a really small forehead, so I don't have a lot of room to work with. So, but I make it work. And then I take a smaller brush, just a smaller fluffy brush like this one, and I go in with the same highlighter, but this time I'm doing it on my eyebrow bone. And I'm gonna take a little bit and then zigzag down right here on the bridge of my nose. It's important. On my cupid's bow and on my chin. But the very last step, we're almost finished. The very last step we're gonna take is setting spray. I'm gonna be using Makeup Revolution London Sports Fix. This is something I do, and I feel like it makes a lot of difference because it's the last blending process that you do with your makeup before you are completely done for the day. So I'm taking a clean beauty blender and just dabbing the setting spray into my face. And there you have it. So this is the finished look. This is what you look like when it's like a natural but flawless makeup look. Thank you so much for watching, and if you liked the video, please leave a like and a comment, and if you want more content like this, then please hit the subscribe button, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye!